Well, in this video I'm gonna talk about the freewheel clutch and its symptoms when it goes bad on a Honda CR-V 2008 2.2 liter diesel i-CTDi engine. So there is the alternator and its wheel is where the belt is sitting. So if it goes bad, it's like a one-way wheel, so it has to turn to the right. When it turns to the right, it will hold the alternator with it and it will turn it. But when the engine revs down, the alternator can keep like turning freely or like rotating freely without like without like going or rotating like less with the engine RPMs. So I'm gonna start the engine and you will hear like how it sounds, and then we will see like how we will change it. So you can hear the noise, it's pretty high and it doesn't sound like the belt when it's like flipping. No, it sounds like much higher than the belt. It's like screaming from the engine or like from around the engine maybe. And it's coming from here. So it's that freewheel clutch to the alternator. So let's change it. As you see here, you may like think that it's like complicated. No. You can remove this for the power steering pump, and it's held by this thing here. So you just like push it backwards by like a screw or like that, and you pull this up. Then this here for the engine coolant, it will be sitting here and it will be held by two 10mm bolts. This one is a bit, or like it may be a bit rusty, so be careful. Yeah, like take it easy on it. So yeah, don't like take it around too much, just like pull it up and remove the coolant hose from that holder. You see it's removed there, and you just put this to the side. Then here you see the alternator and its pulley. So it looks like that, and here is our working space. There will be like a cover on the pulley so the dirt don't come inside, and the cover fall down somewhere here maybe. So it's like a black plastic cover. So you put like a tiny screwdriver like this one, and like you take it out. So yeah, let's see now how we're gonna use our tools here. The tools you will need, that are some 10mm sockets and 12mm tools, like normal tools, and you will need either a special tool for the pulley here. So the opening here is 17mm and the axles size is 10mm, so it's like a knot. So you will hold it by a, let's say that this is the special tool. This has to be a 17mm and this one has to be a socket. It has to be open from here and it will go around the 10mm knot. So you will hold the shaft of the alternator by this one, and you will turn this one, the black one, to the left, so you're losing this. So I didn't have the special tools, so I used directly the impact gun and this 70 millimeter, and I put it like this, and I just like gave it like few hits like this and waited until it stopped, and then again a few times, and it will get loose. So yeah, when you install it, like, you can use first your hand and tighten it like this on the alternator. After you tighten it, you can like use the impact gun and give it few hits, and you will like turn it to the right so it will tighten like this, and few times you wait until it stops, so you know that it's like giving it the power. And after that you can install like everything, and you can install the belt, and you can, when the belt is sitting, it will hold this pulley. So when it's holding it, you can use a 10 millimeter socket to rotate the alternator's axle to the left. So when you turn the alternator's axle to the left, this will be actually like almost like turning to the right, so it will be like tightening itself, or like it will be tightened. So yeah, so these are the tools that you need. So yeah, the last step with the 10 millimeter socket, it's only like to make sure that it's sitting good. And while driving, like especially when you start the car first time and when it's sitting on idle for a few minutes, maybe it will tighten itself, because this will be turning to the front, to the right, and the alternator is a bit heavy, so it will be harder for this to turn the alternator, so it will be tightening it itself. Yeah, so this is what you need. With the alternator on and with the cables on, I just removed the 12 millimeter bolt here, and there's another one holding the cover, and two underneath. Here is the alternator. If you don't have the special tools, so this working place here will not be enough. So I removed the coolant place, or the coolant tank. I didn't like remove the pipe, so I just like took it out. I took it out from here and put it there. I removed these two pipes that are coming back from the one from the engine, and the other one is here. It's maybe for the air, but yeah, I removed it too, and I closed them with pepper so dirt don't go inside. And there will be like a holder here for the coolant tank, and it looks like this. So it will be holding the, it will be like attached to the AC lines here too. So it's like 10 millimeter and 2 10 millimeter there. I removed some other things like the holder for this coolant pipe, and I removed, yeah, the steering pump, and it's here. It's held by two 12mm bolts, one up and one down, and it will come easy. And I disconnected the fluid tank, and like I dropped a bit, but I have some fluid, so no problem. So yeah, without these special tools you will need an air compressor and an impact gun. This one can like give maybe 1200 Newton meters, and you will need this tool here, and I have an extension. So yeah, you can like give it few hits, or not hits, I mean by the impact gun. You like do it few times, like you push and you stop, you push and you stop, and you will see it will get loose. So it looks like complicated, but it's not that complicated. So I didn't need to remove the alternator from its place. It's still attached to the car with the cables and everything. I only like tilted it to the back, and it actually sits like this. So it sits like it sits like this. So yeah, and it's held by, yeah, few bolts only, and they are not that hard. So yeah, so you need to tilt it to the back and up and put your like impact wrench somehow, and just a few times and it will get loose. So let's put the new one. Here is the new one, and here is the old one. You can compare them. They have to look the same almost. They may look a bit different and like on the sides and like that, but the width and the diameter, they have to be the same. So yeah, you can see how it sits. It's sitting like this only. Like you turn it to the right, so you tighten it in place. You turn it to the left, you remove it. So it's not that complicated, but it may sit harder than what you can do by hand. So installing will be the same. You can put it by your hand first and tighten it, and then you can I used my impact gun to the maximum level, because it took me the maximum level to release it, or like to loosen it. So yeah, you can feel it, how much you want to use, like how much power. And then you put the cover of the new one, so you protect it. Install again the alternator with 3 bolts, and you can install everything back. So let's install things back and start the car. So you're here now that the noise disappeared. The new pulley is turning good. and everything is okay. So you saw now the job. It's not that complicated. It takes like time, yeah, but yeah, let it take time, but it's not that complicated. Be patient and take it easy on the parts. So I will put the OEM number to the part so you can order it if you want to change it. And some mechanics may say you need to change the whole alternator. You don't need to listen to that. If you have a good alternator, if it's charging good, why to change it while you can change this part only? This part costs like $500, $50 maybe, sorry. But the whole alternator can cost like $300, $400, maybe $500. So it's a big difference. And the job to take out the alternator is like, it may be more complicated than this one. So it's unnecessary. So yeah, this is what a freewheel clutch to the alternator. This is how it looks. So it actually holds the alternator when it's turning with the engine, but when the engine like turns less or like the RPMs like go down, this can like free itself from the alternator, so the alternator can keep like spinning like a bit faster than the engine, or than what it was being like what it was spinning at when it was spinning with the engine. So yeah, in this case this was like very bad. So it was not only stuck to both sides, it was like slipping to the when I rev the engine, this was like turning faster than the alternator. And this case means, in this case, like it means that like you change it directly, because the alternator will not charge as it has to do. So